The way millions of UK pensioners access their own cash at ATMs has changed. Not gradually, not at some point in the future, right now. The rules governing how much you can withdraw, what security checks you may face, and what happens if your transaction is flagged as unusual have all shifted in ways that the banks themselves have not communicated clearly enough to the people most affected. And the people most affected are the over 60s who rely on cash for their daily lives and who are now discovering at the cash machine that things do not work the way they used to. Welcome to DWP Truth. This channel exists to give you the honest, complete, and accurate information that protects your financial independence. No exaggeration, no manufactured panic, the real facts about what has changed at UK ATMs and what you need to know before your next cash withdrawal. Let us start with the fundamental change that is affecting ATM users across the country right now. UK banks have implemented enhanced fraud protection measures that specifically target customers over the age of 60. These measures were introduced in response to a dramatic increase in cash-related fraud targeting older people. The most common scam is courier fraud, where criminals convince pensioners to withdraw large amounts of cash and hand it to a so-called police officer or bank official for safekeeping. This scam alone costs UK pensioners hundreds of millions of pounds every year. The new measures are designed to interrupt these scams before the money leaves the account. But the implementation of these measures means that your experience at an ATM or bank branch may now be very different from what you are used to. The first change is daily withdrawal limits. Most UK banks have reviewed and in many cases reduced the default daily ATM withdrawal limit for personal accounts. Typical daily limits now range from $250 to $500 depending on the bank and the account type. If you regularly withdraw larger amounts for bills, shopping, or household expenses, you may now find that your withdrawal is declined at the machine even though the money is in your account. This is not a malfunction, it is the new limit in operation. If your usual withdrawal needs exceed your bank's current daily limit, the solution is straightforward, but it requires action before you need the money. Contact your bank by telephone or visit a branch and request a temporary or permanent increase to your daily withdrawal limit. Provide an explanation of your normal cash usage. Banks are required under the access to cash regulations to accommodate reasonable requests from customers who have legitimate needs for higher cash access. They cannot simply refuse without offering an alternative. But you must make the request before you are standing at an ATM needing money that the machine will not release. The second change involves transaction monitoring and what happens when your withdrawal triggers a security review. Banks are now using automated systems that analyze withdrawal patterns and flag transactions that appear unusual compared to your account history. An unusual transaction is not necessarily a large one. It could be a withdrawal from an unfamiliar location, a withdrawal at an unusual time of day, a withdrawal that follows a pattern similar to known fraud scenarios, or a withdrawal from a machine in a high-risk area for cash crime. When a transaction is flagged, the bank may do several things. It may decline the transaction and require you to call the bank to authorize it. It may allow the transaction but send you an immediate text or phone alert asking you to confirm the withdrawal was genuine. Or in branch situations, a staff member may ask you questions about the purpose of your withdrawal before releasing the cash. These conversations can feel intrusive. They can feel like the bank is treating you with suspicion, but the evidence shows they work. Banks that have implemented proactive questioning have reported significant reductions in the amount lost to courier fraud and other cash scams. The question is not an accusation, it is a protection, and you have every right to answer it straightforwardly and receive your money. The third change involves the physical ATM experience itself and the new accessibility features that banks are now required to provide. New regulations require that all new ATMs installed in the UK from 2026 onwards must include voice guidance and high-contrast display options for customers with visual impairments or accessibility needs. To use voice guidance, you typically plug a standard pair of earphones into the headphone jack on the machine. The machine then reads out all the on-screen prompts so you can navigate the transaction privately without needing to see the screen clearly. If you have difficulty reading ATM screens, this feature is now available at an increasing number of machines. Carry a small pair of earphones in your bag or pocket, and ask your bank which of its ATMs in your area are fitted with the accessibility features you need. The fourth and perhaps most important change concerns what to do if you encounter a problem at an ATM that you cannot resolve on the spot. The post office is now formally embedded as a cash access point for most major UK banks. If your usual ATM is out of service, if your card is declined at a machine, or if you are in an area where the nearest ATM has closed, you can walk into any post office branch and withdraw cash over the counter using your debit card. The daily limit at the post office may differ from your ATM limit, so check with your bank what applies to your account. Banking hubs are also being rolled out across the UK in towns and communities where bank branches have closed. These shared spaces allow customers of multiple different banks to conduct everyday banking transactions with staff present. If you have lost your local branch, banking hubs are the replacement the government has committed to providing. You can find your nearest banking hub using the Cash Access UK website. Here's the warning that every pensioner needs to hear before every ATM visit. The same confusion that new ATM rules create in genuine customers is being actively exploited by scammers. Criminals are already contacting older people and claiming that their card will stop working because of the new rules. They are asking for PIN numbers to help with the transition. They are claiming to be from the bank or from a government agency and asking people to move their money to a safe account while the changes are processed. None of this is real. No bank will ever ask for your PIN over the phone or by text. No bank representative will ever ask you to withdraw cash and hand it to someone. No government agency will contact you to help you manage the ATM rule changes. If you receive any contact like this, hang up immediately and call your bank using the number printed on the back of your card. The ATM changes of 2026 are real. The fraud that is exploiting the confusion around those changes is also real. Knowing the difference and knowing what the banks are actually doing and why is the protection that every pensioner in the United Kingdom needs right now. Here at DWP Truth, we are here to give you that knowledge clearly and honestly. If this video helped you, hit the like button right now and share it with every pensioner you know who uses cash regularly and needs to understand what has changed at UK ATMs. Leave a comment and tell me whether you have already encountered any of these new procedures at your bank or cash machine. I read every comment and respond regularly. And if you are not yet subscribed to DWP Truth, subscribe now and turn on the notification bell. See you in the next video.